So I like all things dealing with people, obviously. I definitely spend the most time interested in myself, how to grow myself. That will be a never endless journey till I die of trying to discover and advance myself and just really, I don't know, it's never gonna end. But anyway, body language obviously made the title. It's something that I like to read about or research. It just helps when you pair it with the internal psychology mind stuff. You have body language, which is on the external side of things. It really helps you develop your people watching creepy skills that we like. You don't want to tell people you're into psychology because a lot of the ones that aren't into psychology will think you're creepy and you no longer have a person that wants to talk to you. But anyway, keep it quiet. All right, so this is my favorite one to watch for. It's the darting eyes.
An arena where you can fly around and try different things and do things and approach a character with a lot more of to take someone who is hugely teetering on fascist on this sort of, yeah, he's a fascist, you know, I mean, he's
this one's cool because it's really just it's enhancing how chaotic the INFP mind can be, especially when they're just trying to speak. There's a lot of types that are gonna, it's more said for like respect wise to look someone directly in the eye. I've always had a problem with that. It's not something it's not about disrespect. It has nothing to do with that. It's literally me just scrambling everything in my head to really just get the next sentence out, so I can coherently have a conversation that people understand. It's very hard when you're dealing with more of a like a SJ type or something of that nature, to where there is less of a wandering eye around the room, and it's more of just a direct kind of focus on the person at hand kind of thing. Generally for like the NP type, ENTPs, ENFPs, INTPs, we're going to have a high level of extrovert intuition. Ourselves and INTPs, it's second slot. The other guys are its first. So, and it's also said that, you know, we are driven, even though we have introverted feeling as first, a lot of times we revert and kind of use the second one as our driving force, generally in life. And I know for me, extrovert intuition is my favorite chaoticness. When I douse myself with some caffeine, it just goes off the rails. And I don't know, I enjoy it. I mean, it's just, it's crazy because it's just all the ideas and things like that that can surface just out of nowhere, essentially, is really, I like it. So when you watch an INFP, really get into it. So like when you're, if they're in a passionate rant or something like that, and they're really just trying to flow and just really talk and they're excited about something especially, they're gonna be like going crazy. And it doesn't mean you gotta be passionate to have your eyes darting everywhere and this and that, but generally, an extrovert, intuition, internal type person are going to have that trying to just unravel what's going on upstairs. And again, just articulate fluidly with the outside world. It's cool watching it because if you know there's like a, say like an INFJ creator that you're watching or something like that, they're gonna generally have more of like a gaze, kind of like just staring you down at times. When they go into thinking and things like that, instead of darting around like the room and just chaotically bouncing around, it's gonna be more of a natural, well, yeah, it's natural for them, but like, it's more of just a slow, like pan. While they're thinking, they're gonna slowly come back. It's not all the chaoticness of darting back and forth. And again, that's where I get a lot of enjoyment when I watch like-minded type individuals. When I see them communicate, it doesn't mean people don't, you know, look around. It doesn't matter what type you are. You can still have your eyes kind of dart and like grab an idea. But when you really have a chaotic mind, you're really struggling to really get the words out. For an INFP, that's another helpful sign, you know, that they potentially are an NE user, I should say. Darting eyes, it's a fun one to watch. So hand gesturing. This is something that prior to making YouTube content, I never knew that I ever did. Now, when I watch my videos, my hands don't stop. They go crazy. But I've seen, and it depends, because maybe when I have been outside in the real world, just in a place that doesn't really, always get me and I have to explain myself, I am gonna be more closed off. And when it comes to body language, there's a lot of telltale signs, people crossing their arms. It doesn't necessarily mean they're just mad at you, but there's a lot of stuff when you have social anxiety, you're just very, just nervous in general. You're gonna close your body down a lot tighter. You're gonna crouch, you're gonna get closer, and you're not gonna be fluidly flowing. So for me, perhaps prior to finding some level of comfort on YouTube making a video, maybe that's when the hand gestures started coming more prominent, I guess. I don't know. But I just think in general, most likely, even if you are in your little comfort circle, your small group of people, that's gonna allow for more of that, outward, open kind of, like more just comfortable. You know what I mean? So, but when it comes to, again, the hand gestures and this and that, a lot of times, again, I'm not aware of what I'm doing typically, especially when I get in a rant. When I get in a rant, I've told people this before, but I really just black out. I don't pass out and obviously I'm still talking and engaging. But when I get into a rant, especially on these videos, when I make a video, I literally just, I don't know. I go so internal because I'm just really trying to articulate and really grab all the information that I want to get out, like on video. And I can really go inside. So I'm a lot of times just not aware of what in the world's going on the outside. Until I pop out of that rant, and then it's like, oh, I'm back. But when it comes to hands, I think a lot of it, what I've read and things like that, is like when people are really trying to help articulate what they're trying to say, because a lot of times it is hard, because we need to kind of coax things out. It's like we don't generally just say stuff and people always get it. Our hand gestures and this and that are gonna kind of, it's not like sign language, because I have zero idea how to do sign language. I used to know my name one time, I think, but no, it's like, it's more of just you're complimenting the words that are coming out of your mouth, and a lot of times the hand gestures and this and that, they kind of fluidly flow with what you're trying to say, and it's more of a helpful kind of tool just to really kind of get people to really understand what in the world we're happening with the extra use of body language. That some people that can just say whatever, they don't generally have to do any extra tasks, or they're not always in their head with the detachment of their outside body that we may be into. Pretty cool to watch, because you kind of know what they're going through at that time without them actually telling you what they're going through.